Hello, beautiful Instagram family. You are so welcome to the Creator Masterclass. So this is something new that I am doing on this platform. We're going to be together for 3 days, diving deep into the work that I really wish every living being could have access to. Because I truly, truly believe that our capacity to understand the principles that I'll be talking about, that I'll be teaching during this masterclass, this is something so fundamental for us to become the creators of our reality and to make a really something beautiful out of our lives and live the fullness of the potential that is in store for us. So I welcome you, beautiful beings. Hello, Julia. We are in a marathon. I just completed day 10 of In Service to Love training. And so it's amazing to see you guys here also. So let me see who is here. Hello, Garima. I saw your message. Thank you so much. Hello, Roxy. Hello, Gray. Hello, Sadet. Beautiful to see you, darling. Hello, Yana. Wow. So I don't always know your names, obviously, on Instagram, but many of you I know and recognize because you've been with me in masterclass after masterclass, and I celebrate your existence because I love it when we walk together. Hello from Brazil. Hello, Antonio. Hello, Princess Nostalgia. Hello, Mari. Okay, hello, Ira. Yes, In Service to Love Tribe is here. Hello, Randa. Yes. Okay, beautiful beings. So I'd love to hear from you, to hear about your intention for this masterclass. Like, what is it that really brings you here? Like, why were you called to join? What draws you to a place like that? We also have done some pre-work already. Hey, Abby. So good, so good. So we've already have done some pre-work. That's been really fun to read your desires. I loved it. Many of you have reached out, developed a connection with the quantum directly through my post. Well, you made a declaration of your desire. You know, that's what it means, like to put it out there into the universe, to claim that that's what you want. I feel there is so much more for me in this life, you say. Beautiful. I want to create from my yoni. That's actually a beautiful thing. Connect with the creator. Some specific things: improve marriage, to fully manifest the visions I've been blessed with, learn more about the holy desire, reconnect with my desires, again start manifesting them, to get to know and discover my potential as a woman. Right. Wow, so some of you have like really specific requests, some specific things you are looking for, and I want you to get specific. I really wish for you all to get really specific with the desires, and I'll get into it in detail, because although I love your desires, and really, like, there's just beauty in people claiming their desires. As I was reading your comments on the post where you were sharing your desires, I was really feeling you. Like, it's like some things, like at some point I felt myself tearing up, because it's precious when we give space to the heart to express like that. And yet we will fine-tune those desires, and I'll teach you exactly how to do that. So first of all, we have 3 days ahead of us. 3 days, it's amazing. And I want to tell you from the start that it's very easy to show up for day 1, okay? And it's very easy to show up for something that's exciting in life. But my invitation to you is to really decide to commit to this whole process, this whole journey for all these 3 days. Because it's easy to show up for day one. It's easy to show up when there is excitement. It's easy to show up in the first year of your business. It's easy to show up in the first month of your relationship. But what happens as we go? Yeah? What happens in month 2, in year 2, in year 10? How committed we are, this is what determines how deeply we actually become available to life, to reveal its fullness to us. So from the start, I really invite you into a commitment here. Show up, stay here through the whole thing, stay focused, and show up for the following days, because the whole thing really works together. It will all build on itself. It's not each day will give you a lot, and at the same time, it's not a complete thing. The whole thing will be a complete thing. And what I will be unpacking with you here, it's so huge. It's so huge. It's amazing. I learned some of the initial principles of being the creator of your reality in 2010. It completely changed my life, completely, very quickly and completely. And it took me 12 years. I mean, it's been part of my work in some way or another for sure, but still, it's only now that it's the first time that I'm really presenting it as a package like this. So it's a big work, it's a big body of work. We are tasting it, we are touching into it, and it is enough to shift, to make fundamental shift in your whole life. If you really take in what I'm speaking about here, if you do the work, there's no way to stay stuck if you are feeling stuck in your life, and also not to move to the next level wherever you're at. So this masterclass is free, as you know. It is here on social media like this because I wanted to make it really accessible. I wanted to be accessible for anyone, whichever level you are creating on, because there's always a level to expand in, a level to expand our hearts into, and wherever you're at, it's absolutely fine, and you have your own field to play in. So I wanted it to be relatable and accessible to all creators of all levels. So that's why it's happening here. And I would love your support in helping me spread this. So whenever you want to make a little video of me talking and share it to your story, if you want to share these videos, these lives, if you want to share a post of mine, I'll make it just a story or a post about how my work has impacted you, that would be deeply, deeply appreciated. From my side, I'm really welcoming people who are in deep resonance with me, with my energy, with my being. So you sharing really helps touch the right people, touch those who are really meant to be here. So I welcome your support in that. And actually, I also decided to create a giveaway. So a really fun experience also for you to work with your desires. And I decided to make a giveaway, something really fun. If you follow through with some guidelines that I have, I will randomly select a winner of the giveaway and I will gift you $555. Yes. It's so fun. Like, you can also you can just get the money, or you can direct the money to one of my programs, because I do have paid offerings, as you know, and so on. And I'll be speaking also about those during the masterclass sometimes. So if you want to go deeper with me, you will have opportunities. But so, giveaway. Yeah, who is excited about giveaway? Who wants to be part of the giveaway? Let me know. Isn't it fun? So the giveaway, I wrote down some rules for it. Let me see. So first rule, you need to be following me on Instagram. You need to make sure that you're also signed up for my mailing list. If you registered for this masterclass, means you are. So then we have, like here, we have a live chat here as we go, and it's fun, like we are in an interaction, but then the comments don't stay. Yeah, when the live video is over, the comments don't stay. So I ask you to comment on my video, like when it will be posted, then comment about your experience in this masterclass, what touched you, also your experience in being in my field, being with me, working with me, So write about this so that it like we share it with the field. Yeah, you don't just keep it for yourself, but you also let the field know what's being stirred up inside of you. Then make a story or a post if you want about your experience in the masterclass, and also share one of the videos of the masterclass in your stories. When you're done, send me a DM, direct message here, and write that I am open to receiving 555, and also write your email address so that we make sure that my team can make sure that everyone is following the guidelines of the giveaway. Okay, and then that's it. Then lean back and let the magic happen. And we will put in all the people in the draw, all the people who participate, and we will select the winner on Monday. Okay, so also like as we are in it, you can also practice on letting yourself stay in this zone of participating in the giveaway if you want to, and see that it's absolutely possible that anybody can win, absolutely random person. If it's the very first time you hear me, if it's something that you've been around for the last 10 years, you can win. Anybody can win. So that's really a fun way we can play. Okay, so I also want to let you know that you are supported by my team. You will see Sundari team. They made an Instagram for them. They will see they're popping up sometimes. So you can either like message me directly here. You can also message Sundari team. You can send us an email if you need something. If you're looking for something, if you need a link or you need some support, we have your back. So we are available for you. And especially Maria is here with me. You may have interacted with her. Then, okay, I now will jump in right into the work, into the day one of the day. So today we are talking about trusting the unknown. I want to share with you what I started speaking already a little bit about. It's about how I came across this work, how I came across with this whole concept of being the creator of my reality. That happened in 2010, as I said, and at that point of my life, I was really at a crossroad. What happened until then, I studied law, then I was working as a lawyer, and then I had a good life. I was making really good money, especially for my age. I was like in my early 20s. And I saw myself like going on with that kind of life, like having a successful career. Although I wasn't really lit up by my work at all. I was not really interested in what I was doing, but I thought, okay, that's how you go through life. And then on the weekends, I would party with my friends, and then on Monday, go back to the office and kind of wait until the day goes by, and then go again Friday, party, and so on. So like this, my life would unfold. And I was okay. I had friends. I didn't really have I didn't have a relationship. I wanted a relationship. I didn't have like a long-term commitment with anybody. I had good friends. I was living in a beautiful place. But I was kind of feeling empty on the inside. And I wanted to something. I didn't know how to put it into words, but I wanted to touch something else. And then I started traveling. And when I was traveling, I felt like I was touching something else, something that was not normal in my life at that time. And one time I went to travel, and I went to Vienna with my friends. And instead of staying the weekend, I stayed like a couple of extra days. And then I told in the office that I was sick. And then when I came back from my Vienna trip, I entered into the office space and I felt everyone was a bit weird. Like they were kind of, hello, but I could feel it was like a tension in the air. So I kept walking towards my office space, and I walk and I see like really like a strange vibe in this whole office. And then I look at the place where was my desk, and I see that my desk is empty. Like there's no computer, no notebooks, nothing. What I used to have there is nothing, like empty. And I was like, ooh, oops. I think something is wrong here. So I realized that I was fired. I was fired without any notice. I was like completely taken by surprise, not expecting anything. But my boss at the time figured out that I was not really a reliable worker. I was just traveling whenever I wanted, and I would lie. I would say that I was sick, but in fact I was somewhere partying in other countries. So, fair enough, yeah. Of course, I was really upset. I was really angry. I was trying to find a way to sue my boss. I was trying to find a way to make a story out of it, to engage other people, to prove him wrong, to convince them that I am a good worker and I need to be there. But I didn't really take time to actually like contemplate, was it really the work for me? And actually now, obviously, we can tell, like if you can imagine me working as a lawyer in the office, probably not. Yeah, probably can feel that it's not exactly a match, right? So then after that whole thing, I was really desperate. I got actually really depressed, I got really low, and I started to look for a similar job. I was just making some movements which were not aligned actions. On day 3, by the way, we're talking about the aligned action. Those actions were not aligned. They were not coming from a place of being centered and assessing what actually life is telling me. Because life was telling me something very specific, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't see that. So let me know if you've ever experienced a situation in your life when like there was some events happening and life was telling you something, but you couldn't hear. Maybe you are now in a situation like that, when somehow things are just not aligning, like they're not flowing. You're making some actions, but they're not really weaving together a thread. Anybody experiencing anything like that? Or am I the only one? Yeah, some of you are in it right now. So you're in a good place to be. That's what I can tell you for sure. And it's very normal for a human to do things like that. To go like, okay, I don't like where I'm at. Let me just do something. Let me just do something. And usually you do something that you know what to do. And so back then I knew, like, okay, I'm fired, so next logical step, find another job in a similar place with similar conditions, or maybe a little bit better. But it's basically like on the same level. So here's a hint. We're going deeper into that. I was trying to solve my problem, which I didn't know what was my problem, by the way, but I was trying to solve an imaginary problem, which I couldn't really understand. I was trying to solve it from the same level of consciousness where the problem was created. That's not the way to solve problems. I didn't know that then. So I kept knocking on doors, on closed doors. I was thinking, okay, should I just party? I flew to New York and I spent all my money, all the savings I had, I spent all the money. Then I thought, okay, maybe I should stay in New York. Feels like things are really happening here. Everyone's so dynamic, so artistic. Maybe I should explore my photography here, because I was into photography back then. But no, it didn't work out. Like I had to leave the States. I came to Russia, I had no money. And I was like, okay, I need to find a job. So then I went to the office to have an interview. And they were kind of open to hiring me, but they were not meeting the salary that I was asking. And I was like, no, I cannot work for them. If they don't give me that salary, I cannot do it. And then I was getting more and more depressed because the doors I was knocking on, they were not opening, like nothing worked. And so through my low point, I went on Google. Anybody goes on Google when you're in a low point? Googling how to, at the time I thought my problem was that I was not confident enough. I thought if I was more, I would know exactly what to do. And I felt I was lacking confidence, so I didn't know what to do. So I Googled how to become more confident. And yeah, I got all sorts of advice. I also, Google gives you all sorts of advice. So I got all sorts of advice, but somehow, amongst all that advice, I don't know, by some grace, by some miracle, I came across a personal development material that changed my life. I came across a book by a Russian author called Vadim Zeland. That book is called Transurfing of Reality. And he wrote there things which completely changed my understanding of reality. Completely. I was reading that book and I was like, oh my God, how come we are not screaming about this on every corner of the street? It's insane. It's like, this is a solution to all possible problems because it is not addressing the problems. It is looking at all the problems from a completely different, wide, huge space. I was feeling like, oh my God, I have to tell everybody. But then I felt like, no, I cannot. It's too precious. Like, I cannot share it with anybody. I don't have the words to say that. It's like, I have to absorb this information because he was teaching me how to be the creator of my reality. How I am the one responsible for the reality that I see before my eyes. So I was absorbing all that material and I understood some really fundamental things. First of all, I understood that I never wanted to be a lawyer. 5 years in the uni, which was super stressful entry exams, which is like it's the most prestigious university in Russia, called Moscow State University of International Relations, by the way, international relations. Anyway, somehow it is still connected to my life, but still, it was super stressful to enter. The competition is huge. I entered in the uni, I studied there. I never liked to study there. I never really resonated with law. All I resonated was philosophy and psychology. Law, I don't know why. Anyway, 5 years there, 2 years in the office. All of that, I realized I never wanted to be a lawyer. I only went to study law because I didn't have math exam. Anyway, I didn't want to be a lawyer. Second, I didn't want to live in Russia. I realized that was really a big thing. I felt the best when I was out of Russia. That's why I was traveling so much. Okay. Third, I realized that what I actually wanted to do, I didn't know. But I knew that I felt really good when I was doing yoga. That I was just starting yoga. I did like some sessions that here and there, but I felt really good with yoga. Somehow I felt really in harmony. I felt I was touching something and the teachers couldn't explain because I was asking, like after the class, I would approach my yoga teacher and I would say, I feel so special after the classes. Do you know why? And they would say, yeah, it's because your body opens. I'd be like, there must be something else. Anyway, then I realized all the things that I didn't want to be a lawyer, I didn't want to live in Russia, and that I wanted to do yoga. And I also had this really deep love for India. Before that, I was in India a couple of times for short periods of time, and I really loved it there. And I was like, okay, what I want to do is I want to go to India. But I had no idea how. But within 1 week, after reading that whole thing, within a week, I had clients appear. I had people just call me and tell me, like 2 people in 1 week out of the complete blue. I didn't say to one single person that I wanted that. I was just reading and thinking about that. What do I really want? But what do I truly want? And I will work with this on this with you. What do you truly want? Okay, you wrote those designs, but what do you truly want? But make it specific, but really. But what if you were not restricted by time or money or anything? What if you were not scared to fail? What if you were not scared of opinions of others? What if you could really let go of everything you learned, what is the right thing to desire? What would you desire then? That's the kind of desire I want to hear from you. So So I figured out, this is my desire, to leave Russia, to go to India, to do yoga. That's it. I didn't know anything else. What's the next step? What's my 5-year plan? That didn't cross my mind. That's all I want. People called me. 2 clients in 1 week appeared and said, "Hey, can you do this thing for us? Can you incorporate a company?" Because that's what I used to work in that, incorporating and sustaining companies for people in various jurisdictions. I'm like, well, I'm no longer working in the office. I am responding. And they say, but it doesn't really matter. You have all the contacts, you have the skills, right? And I'm like, okay, that's true. They're like, okay, how much does it cost? And I'm like, wow, okay, so I need to think about it. And then I basically, in that 1 week, I made enough money to buy myself a ticket to India first one-way ticket out of many that followed. Ticket to India, go there and be immersed completely in the yoga and meditation, and that really opened the whole path for me, because after India, then I went to Thailand, and that's where I grounded for 4 years and lived there and studied and practiced, and then started teaching and practicing yoga and meditation and doing profound personal development work. So that's how it opened for me. And then I kind of forgot about this work, and it didn't really matter, because I kind of got what I wanted, and I was amazed, because my life, it's like I realized like I could have the life of my dreams. Like really, like those were dreams. I had no idea how to create that. I had no idea what's the next step, because kind of the logical next step would be to go to the same job, to make enough money, to save up enough, to then maybe take a sabbatical or long vacations, and then try that. No, life had other plans for me. And I somehow miraculously aligned with those plans and tapped into potential that existed for me at the moment I decided to claim it. Okay, so that's here are some very important cues for us in this story. What is really like a first fundamental thing I want to speak about, the fundamental principles of being the creator of your reality, they have to do with understanding the laws of the quantum field. So quantum field is a field that is part of, like, it's a discovery of quantum physics. So it's not the normal physics that we learn in school. The normal physics that we all learn is the Newtonian physics, and it's about the 3D. The quantum physics, it's science, right? And it's amazing, because through science, basically, the field of divinity is explained. It's really amazing. We live in incredible times right now, because all the things that the mystics have known all along, all the things that we can experience through profound states of meditation, they are actually now being explained through science. This is amazing. I am no scientist, obviously, and I won't be able to give you all the scientific proof, but I will share with you my experience and experience of my students, and how, like, we can use those principles, and they are not so difficult to understand even, and how by applying them and bringing the commitment with which I started this call, the commitment to do the work, to keep showing up for yourself, this is the key. And basically, we exist in a field of energy. We exist in a field where there is a potential for everything. It is there. It is. Yeah. This is the quantum field. We exist within it. And according to the laws of the quantum field, everything is constantly emitting energy. That everything is energy, and that we are constantly emitting energy. And when we emit certain energy, we become a match for that kind of energy from the field. And then the meeting of the energy happens. So when we choose to become the creator of our reality, and when we choose to take charge of your life, life responds. So there's also this whole sense of whatever energy you emit, this is what you are going to be met by constantly. If you exist in the energy of doubt, you're going to be attracting situations to be doubtful about. If you exist and emit the energy of fear, you will be attracting situations to be afraid of. If you emit a belief and the energy that is backing that belief, the belief that I am destined to be single for the rest of my life, you are going to attract the proof of that. If you emit an energy that is backed by the belief that the rich people are bad people, you are either not going to have money because you want to feel bad, or you will have just enough, but not more, because then it will mean that you are rich and then it will mean that you're bad. Does it make sense where we're going with that? So we need to agree that this is not a quick fix, that this is not just something like, wow, like I have to, like I will learn this thing and it will just be a quick fix and my life will become all magic. No, I'm not promising this, and this is not how it works. But how it works is through dedication, through the dedication to really learn and to align ourselves internally with the energy that we actually want to resonate with, to the kind of energy that we actually want to draw into our field. And then you realize that it is really absolutely 100% up to you what kind of energy you draw towards yourself, because it's up to you to decide what kind of energy you want to emit. So let's take a breath with that. This is a really important point here. It's up to you to decide what kind of energy you want to attract towards yourself, because it is up to you to decide what kind of energy you want to emit. You can choose what you are emitting. This is a fundamental shift already. Like if you just take this and you apply it in your life, like really apply it, not just like, oh yeah, I heard that, and actually I heard that before also. It's not about that. It's about owning that and applying this in your life and really showing up with that kind of determination in your life. To go like, I am not a victim to any situation. I have created that, which means that I can create something different also. On which level you create is not always a conscious level. This is what's also really important, that it's not, mostly the creation happens not consciously. And the thing is, really important point, that we are constantly creating, constantly. Every single second of your life, you are creating. You are never not creating, always creating. So whatever you are emitting out, this is what you are creating. Whether it is conscious or unconscious. Because we also have a part of us which is not the normal mind that we are used to. Yeah? Because with your normal mind, ordinary mental consciousness, you have a certain idea about yourself. You have a certain idea what kind of person you are, what do you like, what do you prefer, who you are, what you've accomplished in your life, what is your story, and so on. But this is only one part of you. There are more parts. And one other really important part for us in our conversation is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is actually the 95%, Dr. Joe Dispenza says that it's 95% of our weight, of our being is our subconscious mind. Only 5% is conscious. Can you imagine that? 95% of our life is determined by habit. And habit is what is infused in the subconscious mind. So it's automatic. It's not something we are choosing. It's something that we're just doing because that's what we are used to. And 5% is conscious. It's so little. It's so little. And we have access to subconscious mind, and we can work with subconscious mind. And first step to working with it is acknowledging it. And it is like really understanding how we are creating in this vast sea of energy, that we exist in a vast sea of energy, which is the quantum field, which is the field of potentiality. So everything exists in its potential in this field. And we are a part of it, and we are in constant connection and constant exchange. So in physics, in quantum physics, it's called interconnectedness, that everything is constantly connected and is constantly communicating with each other in that field. Isn't it amazing? And this is what mystics and meditators experience directly. And this is what I've experienced in meditation many, many times, forgetting that I actually read about this in the book. And then coming across again this material after my years and years of being immersed in meditation and being dedicated spiritual practitioner, then coming across this material and going like, oh my God, this is so brilliant. Physics explains that which we know as meditators. But typically, people who are really committed to spiritual path, they're typically like that's where it ends. It's like we learn to tap into that field of vastness, into the field where it's a complete emptiness and everything exists at the same time. And you feel so content when you are in that field because it is everything and nothing and everything. And then typically, like in the spiritual approach, like that will be just a place for you to dwell in. Like become disidentify from the body-mind, disidentify from your personal identity, and just be the pure being you are. Be the emptiness, be the void, be the everything. And that's it, basically. But then comes another approach where actually we can be that and at the same time be active in the world and create the world the way we want. And this creation of the world is not for everyone, but it's likely for people like you and me, because we are here, we are having this conversation, we are immersed in this world, we are here, we are choosing to be a part of this manifest reality. There are other paths which, like asceticism, where like people choose to remove themselves from the day-to-day reality, from the mundane world. It's a different path, it's a profound path, and I have tremendous respect for it. And at the same time, you and I, we are here having this conversation. So it means that we actually want to be here. We are choosing to be here at this point. And I truly believe that if we dare to live the fullness of the human incarnation, we actually fulfill our supreme destiny. And how much space we are daring to take within that human incarnation determines how we impact humanity, how we support the evolution of the whole humankind. I really would like to invite you to make yourself bigger now, to let your mind drop into your heart and let yourself really feel what I'm talking about from a space of expansion, from a space of, can you imagine what is the potential of a human life? Can you imagine? What if there is no limits to who you can be, what you can do, what you can have? Can you imagine that? It's meant to blow your mind. It's meant to blow your mind. And this experience of having your mind blown is very important. I live in that state of having my mind blown. Like, actively, I choose it, I want it, I love it, because I experience myself beyond myself. And then I realize that there's so much to life. There's so much to life. On my birthday, a year and a half ago, I had this wish. I was like, I want to fully experience what it means to be a human. Like, hello girl, like I was turning 34, like, yeah, like what is this kind of a wish? What is this about? I want to experience the full incarnation of my humanity. Let me know if it makes any sense to you. I want to experience, I said, I want to understand really like the totality of the human potential that is here for me in my lifetime. I want to really be fully human. Because when I discovered spirituality, when I left, in the story that I told before, when I left Russia and I connected with my soul, basically. I experienced my soul and I found my home in my soul. And I felt so comfortable in the mystical realms, in the realms of the soul. I felt my home in my soul. And I was so happy. But then I decided that I also want to bring my soul here. I want to claim my human incarnation. I don't want to be spacing out in the realms beyond the human and just kind of see the human as kind of an inconvenience, a temporary inconvenience. I want to be in this human and celebrate this human and understand why did I choose to come here as a soul, to incarnate. It's not just like I didn't decide to just be a passerby. No. I came here for the whole thing, and I'm so glad so many of you understand what I mean. Of course, that's why you're here. We speak the same language. I'm so happy. So I decided that. I asked for it. And then what happened since then, it keeps blowing my mind. Like, keeps blowing my mind because I had no idea what I was asking for. I had no idea it was involving mastering the energetic, my energy, and up-leveling my standards, going deeper into my values and translating my values into tangible, real things. I didn't know that it means up-leveling my business. I didn't know that it involved becoming a millionaire. I didn't know any of that. But these are the things that's been happening since then. And it keeps blowing my mind. I could not have asked for that, exactly that. But I asked for something so much bigger. And what has been unfolding since blows my mind. And I feel what is ahead is even more than I can comprehend. And it is like amazing. Life keeps getting better. We have an idea that lives keep getting worse and you just age and you just become less attractive and less this. We see people bursting all those myths everywhere. We see people become more beautiful, more healthy, more fit with age. We see so many people in their 50s looking better than when they were in their 20s. I certainly can tell you that now at my 35, I feel so much better than when I was in my 20s. So much better and so much healthier and so much stronger and so much clearer and so much more beautiful. All of that. And this is possible for all of us, and so much more, and so much more. It has to blow your mind. Let it blow your mind. Let yourself wake up to that life that we all have inherently inbuilt within us. This is how we are wired. This is what we came here for. And you know what? There's also this whole thing with fun, like enjoyment and fun. You know, when we grew up, we kind of think that fun and joy is a bit for children. Or like a bit, you have to be serious, you know, or we look at our parents, oh no, the father is working, you shouldn't disturb him, you know, this is serious business. You are a child, like go play with your toys. In the quantum field, in the quantum reality, the opposite is true. The thing is that we are meant to have pleasure and have fun and enjoy. Because actually, this is exactly what alters our vibration in a way that it magnetizes more of the beauty of life towards us. Whereas where we live our life as kind of passers-by, just forgetting about the inherent aliveness and just getting so wrapped in the busyness of life and the problems and getting so serious and heavy and getting into depression and anxiety and going lower and lower and lower, spiraling down in the pain of humanity, we actually are attracting more of the same. If you identify as a person who has a lot of pain and who has a lot of suffering, you will keep attracting that. Because this is what you are emitting into the field and this is what is coming to you. But when you are letting yourself find joy in moments like this one, there is like at least 5 things right now that you can be joyful about. Tell me in the comments. 5 things to be grateful for right now. They don't have to be like mind-blowing things like winning a lottery and meeting the love of your life and, I don't know, finding something extraordinary just on the street or something like this, or getting random flowers from a stranger in the street. Like, no, it can be simple things. The beauty of these little tulips here. Just the capacity to take a deep, full breath. Just that you can remember to take the breath, that you can remember to tune in with me right now when so many people say, no, I'm too stressed, I'm too busy, I don't have time to give time to just what I really want to do. That you have this capacity to choose. And this capacity to hear yourself. Tiramisu you're eating, the cat next to me. Light, air, my heart, warmth, my eyes, listening to you. Home, the love of my life. My cat, lots of cats here. My surfboard. The softness of the place where I'm sitting. This journey, my home, the location where I live, my 3-year-old laughing, the glowing fire. You don't need to feel the chi. You don't need to feel anything. You don't need to expect like a firework. Just find little simple things. Because, my people, we will have disappointments in life. We will have pain. It's okay. It's part of life. And at the same time, even when there is a lot of pain, even when there is disappointment and sadness, all of this human stuff is normal. We are meant to feel it. Some of it is stronger, some of it is lighter, but still, we will be experiencing this. And still, even in the midst of any kind of chaos you may be in, there still is something to be grateful for. There is some simple joy that is available in every moment. And these are the pointers. These are the pointers. These are the things to focus on. Because as you focus on them, they grow. And you remember how it feels to be in joy. And when you emit that joy, you become a magnet for more of that joy. And you become actually more vital. And this is also another really important part of being the creator of your life, to access your vitality, to be healthy actually. There's this thing called heart coherence, where the heart rhythm, like the physical heart, where our heartbeat is strong. That happens when our energy body is strong. I work a lot with energy body in my work. The whole piece of embodiment work, this is a huge piece of my work. And the work with eroticism, the erotic energy, the cultivation of our radiance. This is a huge piece of my work, and in this work, it's exactly what we are doing. We are training our system and our heart rate to be strong, to be powerful, to be vital, and to know that from that space, we are resonating powerfully in the quantum field. The quantum won't respond to the numb, half-dead humans, zombies that are walking through life, passers-by. The quantum responds to aliveness, to magnetism, to joy, to claiming your space, to taking your space, to occupying your energy, to occupying your humanness, to occupying your heart, to living fully. This is what the quantum responds to. This is a strong energy. It vibrates on the field and it draws to you the potentials of what is possible for you. So, a huge thing that I already mentioned, this being that we're in constant process of creation. Constant. Think about this, like now, and as we finish the masterclass today, this call, think about this, how you are creating your reality. Mama, you're constantly manifesting something. Whatever you are experiencing right now in your life is a product of who you were before. If you are not happy with something in your life, it's running low. I think I need to go grab my cord just to make sure I'm not disconnected. Just stay here just a second. I got it. Thanks for waiting for me. Gives you an opportunity to take a breath anyway, because I think it's been a lot. How are you feeling? I love all your comments there. The choices to get out of the zombie land. Enough of that, right? Okay. Yes, there we go. I'm good with my battery. Yeah. So, manifesting who you were before is what determines what you're experiencing now. Please receive this. The person who you were in your past is what created the reality that you have right now. The things you love about your life, you have created from your past self. The things you don't like about your life, you have created. If you have beliefs that life's supposed to be stressful, you might be now very stressed about your life. If you thought that men prefer younger women and when I will get older, men not gonna like me, you will be experiencing this. And I remind you that most of those beliefs are subconscious. So, yeah, the past is in the past. We have created it because we've chosen that lesson. Honor that lesson also. And I can tell you, as a person who for some reason has had a lot of lessons, I mean, that's also how I chose to incarnate here. It's part of my build-up, that I am having a lot of experience in my life, like a lot of trials and errors. and a lot of things, like, it's quite slow. My path is very slow. Some people just like from nothing, they jump like into enormous heights. My process has been very slow, and like every step I really have been learning and accumulating knowledge and so on. So it's been very thorough. Yeah, everything I teach is like I've really dug in so deep and I've integrated so deeply. So I believe that makes me a powerful teacher. And at the same time, yeah, sometimes I'm really having to stay in some situations and really learn them and understand them from different perspectives. So anyway, when you, why was I talking about this? I just lost my train of thoughts. Why was I talking about thoroughness? I had a thought about this. Why was I? Because if you believe that your path has to be this way, it will be this way. Who we were before, creating now. Okay, anyway, somehow I missed the little point because I was going there. Anyway, so who you are in the past created who you are today. Now, who you are now will create your future. Who you choose to be now, what you choose to believe in now, will influence your future. Yeah. Who you are now will influence what you choose now, will influence who you are becoming. So that's an exceptional thing for us to realize, that we actually can choose what we believe in, and through that we choose what kind of energy is supporting us and what kind of energy is actually supporting the desires that we want and draws actually those desires towards us. Your desire, I want you to really fine-tune your desires today. So make your desires very specific, very clear. Make your desires, like when you think about this desire, let yourself feel joy, like really joy. If you think about your desire and you're like, there's a danger with desires, yeah? That the desire may put you in a state of lack. I go like, if I'm not gonna have this desire fulfilled, I won't be a good person. It will mean that I'm not good enough. If you think like that, it means that it's a lack mentality. And lack consciousness is very, very powerful on the planet right now. There's a lot of lack consciousness and scarcity consciousness. So this is a big and very strong one that we need to rewire, because it will limit you from your capacity to create. So if you want to create this big, expansive life for yourself, if you want to tune into how you want to feel, even if you just want to feel good, this is already good enough. Yeah, if you're like, I just want to feel really happy with my body, I want to feel like my heart is full, I want to feel like my life is full of beauty, I have beautiful people around me, I am feeling loved and cherished, and I have a beautiful partner and a beautiful work that I adore, and like connect with how you want to feel. That's the most important thing. If on the contrary, but don't make the mistake of feeling bad for not having it. Please remember this. This is a scarcity mentality, a lack consciousness, where you focus on like, okay, I'm not having this, so it means that I am not good enough. This is a big trap. We fall into it so easily. The purpose of desire is not that. The purpose of desire is to go like, okay, what I have now is something I created. I can see the beauty that is already here. Yeah, of course I go through challenges sometimes, but I will focus on the gratitude for what is already here. I am good. I am good already. Yeah, I got myself. And I am open for more. So this is the abundance. It's already good and I'm open for more. If I don't get the more, no problem. I will be okay. I am okay no matter what. And this shift to being okay no matter what, it's a profound shift that every human being has to take. In order to really tap into our supreme destiny, we have to be okay no matter what. No matter what. I am okay. You can have no money and be okay. You can have no relationship and be okay. And have no home and not know what you're gonna do tomorrow and who you're gonna be and who you're gonna talk to, and you can still be okay. You are okay no matter what. I profoundly wish this realization for every human being. I am okay no matter what. From here, we can create. Without this, you cannot, because you vibrate on the lack on the lack frequency, and you will attract more lack. If you're constantly thinking, oh, how can I save here? How can I? This is so expensive. I don't have enough. No, you will keep attracting situations where you will see lack. You will see, well, I'm not given enough. It's not enough. It's not what I expected. The lack attracts lack. Scarcity attracts scarcity. We cannot create from that energy, or whatever we create will be that same vibration. If we want to create something beautiful, we have to vibrate on a beautiful frequency. And it doesn't mean that you should not feel sad. Yeah, I want to make this very, very clear. It doesn't mean that you won't have challenging emotions and sad feelings and angry and so on. And still, at the same time, there will be that sense of I am okay no matter what. Okay, then the sense of how you want to feel. Yeah, that's a big one. Alternatively, you can focus on the desire that something you want to have. Like, I want to have this amazing house. I want to live in nature. I want to have an amazing relationship. I want to think of what is that. Yeah, maybe there's a specific thing you're really yearning for. But then again, focus on how you want to feel. How that will make you feel. How do you imagine yourself feeling when you have that? That's the important thing. And then aligning with those feelings by elevating your vibe to match that vibe of what you want to have, of how you want to feel. Pretty simple, isn't it? And yet so not easy. So that will be your work today. Until tomorrow we're going deeper. Tomorrow we will understand more. And I told you that it's easy to show up for day one, not so easy to show up for day two. But tomorrow will make a lot more sense, and we will deepen, and we'll deepen through everything that has come up. So you have amazing homework. I have prepared the journal for you, the guidebook, the creator guidebook. Have you seen it? So if you've registered, you will have received it in your email. If you haven't, you can still do so. So you can go on sofiasundari.com/creator. It's also in my bio on Instagram, so you can find the sign up there. You can go register there for this masterclass, and you will receive the email which has the guidebook. You can also sign up to receive the reminders before every call if you want. But there is the guidebook for you, and I love it so much. Our designer also worked on it. It's super beautiful. And there you have an assignment. And I recorded something for you. I recorded oh, thank you, Julia. I love that you love the journal. I recorded a riff for you. So a monologue where I am claiming to be the creator of my reality, and that I am a match for all the things I want, for how I want to feel in life. Yeah, so it's an example, and I invite you to listen to it and let yourself get the vibe, feel the energy that I am speaking, that I am transmitting there, and then create your own. So you will, there's a space in the journal for you to type, or you can print it out and write. So write your own riff, your own declaration of being the creator of your reality. Like, claim it, commit to it, choose it. This will change your life, really. And then voice record it. Voice record yourself and see what happens. See what happens from that. And then listen to it regularly. And whenever in your life you will feel low or uninspired, or this will be your point, or this will lift you up in no time. So I'm really excited for this. So tomorrow and after tomorrow we have more the calls. We continue. Tomorrow is day 2. We're gonna go into more of the what's the subconscious stuff. Yeah, how to tackle that stuff that is unconscious. What's in the shadow. It will be amazing. Come tomorrow for sure. Make that commitment to yourself. It's also on the weekend. I have specifically planned it around the weekend so that you like really don't look for those excuses not to come. Come, be here. We're gonna have an amazing session tomorrow as well. Tomorrow it will be earlier. Tomorrow it's 5 p.m. Central European time. There's also all the times are on the website and in the welcome email that you will receive when you register. Okay, so that's it. Also tomorrow I will share with you some of the opportunities to work with me deeper, some of the super exciting things that are happening where we work closely in an intimate container. So I will share with you some of that stuff tomorrow. Okay. So thank you so much for being here today. I loved this beginning. Please join the giveaway also. Please share this video. Please share your impressions from the call today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.